think I seen Tron back in the 80s, early 80s. I was a little kid back then. Okay, here we go.
The hall's completely virtual. I've been doing all of our training here ever since my lab was nearly destroyed.
Okay, what's next? Sir Flavius, goddess, god of science.
But first you'll need to pick a class. I'll show you how. Pick an available class, and you'll learn its basic abilities. How about that for a miracle of science?
Miracle of science. This guy's got a sense of humor. Hello everyone, this is Skyforge Online. This is going to be my second gameplay. I'm going to be talking about the tutorial. Right now I am currently in the tutorial. I have created my character. I've gotten through the first few minutes of the game. Right now I am currently downloading a update. Let me see. And it's installing. That was pretty quick. It was about 115 megabytes. But while it's updating and everything, I do want to give you guys a little idea of what Skyforge is. It is an MMORPG. It is free to play, third person, and it is also developed by the All Odds team. Many of you may remember All Odds Online, which came out quite a while back. It is also an online MMORPG. I did play that game. I'm not sure if I did any recordings on it. However, I did play the game. I did find out it wasn't to my liking overall. However, it was something different. I wished I would have had the opportunity to use the ships that they had in the game. I heard that they were pretty hard to get. That's what I wanted to do, because I heard that you could also play with a crew on the ship, interacting in space, I believe it is. Can't remember. And right now I am going to go ahead and jump in the game. That should not be there. Let's go ahead and play. Maybe we have to close it out. I don't know. Yeah. Wait about 30 seconds. I don't know much about this game. I did watch a few of the other videos. Let's see, so I think right now I just had to wait for it to update. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but yeah, there I go. That is currently my new desktop thing. Despite all the other crazy things that I do have going on my desktop, I usually keep my desktop pretty busy. Says here, so it looks like I might have to reboot the computer. I don't want to do that, and I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not it. Okay, let's see if we can play the game now. There we go. It's now logging into Skyforge. The login is, I think, let's see. I don't know how new this game is. I know that it probably is pretty new. Let me do some. It either came out in 2015 or 2016. Let me double check that while we wait for this to load up. And I do have to remember to turn down the volume, because the game volume does tend to overwhelm my voice. I I do love that music. And the loading, the when it first pops up with that music, I love it. Okay, let me see if I can find the settings button. What's this? What's this? Is this the settings? Yeah. Okay, what I want to do now is I just want to turn down the volume. Sound. Okay, I can barely hear anything now. That's bad. What about now? Okay, I can hear it a little bit. Okay, so I don't know. Hello everyone, it looks like I am recording. Yeah, I am recording, I think. Let me check my settings. Can you hear me now? Let me just check the sound. Did it save my sound settings? Yes. I think this volume is pretty good. It sounded good before, I believe. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I left off where I was about to. I got finished talking with Flavius, the god of science, and it appears that he wants me to go into the transport capsule, which is off to my right and up a little bit, up the ramp there. So I am going to go up there and say goodbye to Flavius. I don't know if I can wave or not. What happens when I hit enter / wave? Nope, I did not wave, so there are no emoticons. So let's see here. Going up. Okay, space hits jump. Okay, so we're gonna use it. Oh, blinded by the light. Whoa, what is this? Okay, I gotta talk to him. This looks like something from Matrix. Definitely looks like something from Matrix, or perhaps anybody remember Tron? I think I seen Tron back in the 80s, early 80s. I was a little kid back then. Okay, here we go.
The hall's completely virtual. I've been doing all of our training here ever since my lab was nearly destroyed.
Okay, what's next, Sir Flavius? Goddess, God of Science?
First you'll need to pick a class. I'll show you how. Pick an available class, and you'll learn its basic abilities. How about that for a miracle of science?
Miracle of Science? This guy's got a sense of humor. Okay, so, I am beginning to like this game. Excuse me for the noise, guys. I am just moving around just a little bit, getting everything organized so I can move my mouse. And I am not really sure why, guys, but Windows 10. It does not like my mouse. I don't know why. But, I mean, it's not the first thing that I've experienced. I'm not sure why I'm having these errors. Maybe it's some glitches that they still need to work out. They did fix the one error with an update, I believe. I don't know how they did it, but I think they did update Windows. I don't know, but all I know is that there was a problem where I was unable to log in with some kind of glitch. Well, it made it nearly impossible to log in. Now I can log in. However, I am having this little problem with my mouse. Sometimes it just stops working. I don't know why. The only fix for it right now is hitting Control Alt Delete, going to the blue screen, and then, you know, going back into Windows. That seems to bring the mouse back, so I don't know why it's doing that, but I am using a Logitech mouse. I think it's an old mouse. That might be the reason why it's a little glitchy. I don't know. But it still works. I'm going to use it until this mouse is no more. And I already do have a replacement. Hi, guys. Yeah, and so here we go. Can I change my class later?
Of course. You can always change your class at any time.
Well, that's good to hear that we can change our class anytime. Is it going to be hard or easy to do? Do you know? Flavius? Sir Flavius, God of Science? Oh, wow, look at the sword, guys. Check that out right here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but yeah, I got the mouse on the sword. And I'm going from the bottom of my back up to the top. It looks like it has a gear. That's pretty neat. I wonder if that actually changes the sword somewhat. That would be interesting. It does make me wonder if the sword does have in-game mechanics where the animations does move, or maybe it changes into something else with a special attack maybe or something. That does have my curiosity at this point. Okay, so we do have some classes. Paladin, Cryomancer, and Light Binder. Oh, decisions. What is a Cryomancer? Okay, so those are what the armors look like. Oh, I can go from side to side. That's pretty cool. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Light Binder. What is that? Is that like a healer? Okay, so he's wearing a robe. It looks like a robe. With, oh yeah, he's got a, whoa, what? Did you see that? Okay, so that, whoa, check that out. Whoa. Ha, that's pretty cool. So it looks like he has a mace. Mace? Is that a mace? It almost looks like, no, wait a minute. That's a staff. So maybe he's a healer. I'm thinking this is, whoa, what's that? Check that out, guys. Wow, what is that? Okay, so that's your sword and board. I like that. I like the armor. But what's going to be easier? I don't know. So that's kind of cool, but the only thing I don't like is the helm, because it reminds me of the bad guy in Marvel Comics Avengers. I'm trying to remember the name of that guy. Thor's brother. Although it does make me wonder what that thing is. That looks pretty cool. Whoa, and they're a lot bigger than I am. And then we have the light binder here. So I do like staff, and I like the little thing on his chest. The little, the detailed graphics of the chest piece. Looks pretty cool. So I'm kind of torn. I'm guessing this is DPS, this is a healer. So, but you can change your class at any time. Ching, 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 ching. So it does make me wonder. I guess I'll go with this one. Okay, let's talk.
The Cryomancer can cause significant damage from a distance. However, they do not last long in close combat, so they try to avoid it. Their role in a group is to inflict damage. Even new players will have no difficulty playing this class.
So a new player will not have any problem. Okay, what about the details? Oh no! No, it didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. No. What is this? Okay, so how do we get rid of that? Oh my goodness, I hope it didn't mess up my recording. Oh, there we go. I hit escape and it went away. Oh, that's nice. Hopefully my recording does not get... So we're gonna go ahead.
The Cryomancer can cause significant damage from a distance. However, they do not last long in close combat, so they try to avoid it. Their role in a group is to inflict damage. Even new players will have no difficulty playing this class.
Okay, 2. Let's see what this one's all about.
The Light Binder attacks from a distance, inflicts less damage than the Cryomancer, but has a higher survivability. This basic support class is important in any group. Their powers are aimed at protecting their teammates.
Less damage, more survivability. Okay, I think we'll try it out. Okay, so now what? Looks like we go back to him.
Practice for a little while on these tin cans. You can leave once your training is complete. And don't worry one bit, it's working.
Tin cans.
In a tricky situation, you have the Argus system to offer you advice. And of course, I invented it.
Ha ha ha.
What you see now is a pack. These enemies are weak on their own, but a group of them can be extremely dangerous. Eliminate them using an area of effectability.
Okay. That's what happens if we use one. Okay. I don't know what these are. How do we initiate attack? Okay, that did it. Okay. That was an AoE.
Not bad for a start.
Okay, looks like we passed the first one.
Enemies that are strong, but few in number, should be killed one by one. Use abilities that inflict significant damage to a single target.
Yay, I get to use the one. I wonder if I can just hold it down. Nope.
Warning. Light energy is your main resource. Without it, you will not be able to use many of the Lightbinder's abilities. Out of light energy? No need to panic. It is restored over time. Use the abilities that do